Picture this. A calm and quiet day in the small town of Serenity Springs is about to take a surprising turn. Nestled amidst the tranquility is an unexpected sight. A mysterious object gleaming in the park piques the curiosity of a group of kids. As they approach and touch it, they're engulfed by a rush of energy. Suddenly, they're not just ordinary kids anymore. They've gained powers beyond their wildest dreams. As the energy faded, the kids stood in awe, each one of them feeling a new surge of power within them. Stunned and curious, the kids began to explore their newfound abilities, each one more unique than the other. Imagine, if you will, the thrill of discovering you can manipulate time. That's exactly what Lily found she could do. One moment she's here, the next she's yesterday or tomorrow. She could freeze time, rewind it, or fast forward to a moment yet to come. It was confusing at first, but Lily was quick to realize the potential of her extraordinary power. Then we have Ben. Ben, who was never the strongest on the playground, suddenly found himself lifting cars and bending steel like it was nothing more than a paperclip. His super strength was a shock, but the more he tested his limits, the more amazed he became. Mia's gift was something out of a fairy tale. She could control the elements. Fire, water, earth, air, they all danced at her fingertips. It was a tricky power to master, but Mia was determined, and with each passing day, she learned to harness her abilities more effectively. Lastly, there was Jack. One blink and he was gone, only to reappear somewhere else entirely. Teleportation was his gift. He could be anywhere he wanted in an instant. It was a dizzying power, but Jack was quick to see the fun in it. With each passing minute, the kids were becoming more comfortable with their powers, ready to take on whatever challenges lay ahead. Just as they were getting the hang of things, a distress call from the town alerted them to their first real challenge. A villain had snuck into town, causing chaos and panic among the townsfolk. Buildings were shaking, roads were cracking, and the once peaceful atmosphere was now filled with fear and uncertainty. But amidst the chaos, our group of ordinary yet extraordinary kids were undeterred. They realized they were the only ones who could help. They had the powers that no one else did. The weight of their newfound responsibility felt heavy, but they knew they couldn't just stand by. They could feel the call to adventure pulsating in their hearts. They huddled together, their resolve stronger than ever. They each shared a look of understanding. This was it. This was their moment. It was time to step up and save their town. They were no longer just kids, they were super kids. With a determined look in their eyes, our super kids set off to face their first real challenge. In the heart of the town, the villain was wreaking havoc, but he was about to meet his match. The air crackled with anticipation as the super kids faced off against their adversary. There was Sam, with his power to control time, poised on the edge of the moment, ready to leap into action. Beside him stood Lucy, a whiz at manipulating elements, her fingers dancing with flickers of fire and ice. And let's not forget Max, their leader, his mind a whirlwind of strategies and plans, his eyes glowing with unyielding determination. The villain, unaware of the extraordinary powers he was up against, charged headlong into the fray. But with a shared glance, the super kids sprang into action. Sam slowed down time, the world moving in slow motion around him. Lucy, in sync with Sam, hurled balls of fire and ice at the villain, throwing him off balance. Max, seizing the opportunity, darted forward, his quick thinking and lightning-fast reflexes trapping the villain in a force field. The townspeople watched in awe, their gazes fixed on the spectacle unfolding before them. The super kids, their hearts pounding with adrenaline, worked in unison, outsmarting the villain at every turn. Their strategic use of their powers had the villain subdued, his reign of terror finally over. And just like that, the day was saved, thanks to our super kids. As they stood amidst the cheering crowd, they knew their lives had changed forever. From that day forward, Serenity Springs had its very own superheroes. These ordinary kids, now known as the Super Kids, took on extraordinary adventures. Their bravery shone like a beacon, their teamwork stronger than any adversary. Their powers, once a mystery, became their greatest asset, enabling them to protect their town from harm. Their tales of valor and camaraderie echoed throughout Serenity Springs, inspiring all. And so, the adventures of the Super Kids continue, ready to face whatever comes their way, always ready to save the day.